Hello everybody, Skin Deep Beauty Vlogger here. I hope you're all really well. Today's video is the last in the Skin September series, which I really hope that you've all enjoyed. I get the impression you have because I've had some lovely comments, so thank you all of you that have supported this series and that have enjoyed it. The light I hope is going to be alright in this video. It's not one where I'm showing swatches, but I've been waiting all day to film this video. It's been horrible torrential rain and thunderstorms, which has been pretty noisy. It's still as dark as it has been throughout the day, but at least the noise is now gone because it's finally stopped raining. So to finish up Skin September, I thought that for today's video I would do my top 10 skin do's and don'ts. So, number 1, do understand your skin and keep it simple. I think it's important to keep your skincare routine simple because that way you'll stick to it. And I think it's important to understand your skin and how it's reacting throughout the year, throughout the month even. Because if you don't understand what's going on with your skin, then how are you going to know how to treat it? I think it's really important to get to know your skin, know its triggers, and that way you can treat any problems that you may be having. Number 2, I'm going to go with a don't, and that is don't use facial cleansing wipes on an everyday basis. They're fine in an emergency, they're better than nothing, but as a general rule I would say avoid these. There's plenty of reasons why I don't recommend them, and I've already done a video on this in Skin September, which I will link below in case you're interested. Basically, they're just not going to give you an effective cleanse. On a more positive note, number 3 is a do, and it is do spend as much as you can afford to on skincare. You really need to look for those brands that have invested in research, they're using quality ingredients, and it will pay off. And if you don't spend money on your face, then what else are you spending it on? Number 4 is another don't, and that is don't pick. It's a common sense approach, people hear it all the time, and it's so tempting when you've got a spot to just give it a good squeeze and then it scabs over and you'll pick at it, but really honestly don't. For a couple of reasons. One, it's going to make it a lot harder to conceal that spot anyway because you're going to have an uneven surface, but also it does just spread the bacteria and cause more spots in that same area. Just going to aggravate the problem. Plus that skin's going to be really sensitive and you don't want to sort of be squeezing the bacteria into the area and having it open. Just don't. Not only will it scar, but it will also take longer to heal in the first place as well. So don't pick. Where are we? Number 5? 5. Do you take a fish oil supplement? I really feel that these are very beneficial to giving you that inside out glow from within. So and they don't have to be expensive. Just take one a day and it really will help to boost your radiance and your overall appearance of your skin. Number 6 is another don't, and that is don't forget to cleanse. No matter how tired or worse for wear you are, do not forget to cleanse. If you really are absolutely exhausted and you just don't feel like cleansing, then use a cleansing water. They're quick and easy to use, but you know, I also think that a balm cleanser is pretty easy and quick to use as well, but if you just want to like drunkenly swipe some makeup off your face, it's not going to be a fully effective cleanse, but it'll be better than nothing, then you know, use a cleansing water. It really is quick and easy and you'll feel so much better for it the next day. Number 7 is a do, and that is do learn your ingredients. It's a really important step when you're buying products because if you look at the ingredients, then you can figure out what's good for your skin, what's not working if maybe you're having a reaction to something, and it will just mean that you're wasting less money because you're going to be picking out things that will work for your skin. For example, I can't use shea butter. It breaks me out like nothing else. It is crazy, and you would think, well, that's a natural ingredient, but no, it really does clog my pores. And so when I'm buying my skincare now, the first thing I look for is that an ingredient in the product that I'm going to be putting on my face? Not so much with eye creams, but particularly with me, I always get spots around here, and if I use shea butter, then I will know about it, and very quickly as well. So it's really important to learn your ingredients. You don't have to get too technical, but just learn like a few key ones, and it will be beneficial to you. I've got a video on top ingredients to look out for, which I will link below. It's top 10 natural ingredients, and so it's sort of saying about why it's beneficial to use that, so you can use it as sort of targeted approach when you're buying your skincare. Number 8, don't be afraid of oils. I really feel that oils are extremely beneficial to all skin types because they have a balancing effect on oily skin. They help to lock in moisture on the drier skin types, and you'll really feel that it's nourishing. You just need to find the right type of oil. Jojoba oil is very good to use because it's very similar molecularly to skin's natural oils, but I use oils in my cleansing. I use it as a sort of serum layer. I love an oil-based cleanser. I find them to be very effective, particularly if you wear a lot of makeup. They really do help to dissolve the makeup really quickly and make it easy to remove. And I also think that they have a balancing effect on my sort of skin, which leans towards the combination side. And I also use them in terms of things like a pure facial oil, or I use a serum that's based on oils, and I find that to be very effective, particularly in the winter time, but you know, all year round that they can be beneficial. Number 9. This is going to be a bit of a controversial one, and it is to use sunscreen. I use a moisturiser with an SPF and with a broad spectrum sunscreen on a daily basis, even when it's raining. I find that to be very, very important because I think that the sun is one of the biggest agers possible. And you know, those UVA rays which are responsible for skin's aging, they can penetrate through glass. So don't think, oh, I'm sat in an office all day, I don't need to bother. If you're sat by a window, or if you're driving to work or walking to work, you should be using an SPF in your skincare. Now, some people believe that you shouldn't do that because it doesn't make the other ingredients work as effectively. But for me, nothing can override the importance of using good sun care. And that includes an everyday moisturiser that contains SPF in it. You don't want that at night because it's going to be a little bit heavier. It's particularly important to wear sunscreen in your skincare if you're using things like glycolics as an exfoliator, because that can make you more photosensitive, and also retinols, which are very beneficial. It's an anti-aging ingredient, but you know, you don't want to counteract the beneficial part of that with sun damage. So just definitely make sure that you're using a sunscreen if you're using either of those ingredients in your skincare. And that's another reason why it's important to understand the ingredients that you're putting onto your skin. You know, a lot of people say with oily skin often avoid using sunscreens on their face because they think, oh, it's going to clog my pores, I don't like how greasy it feels. It's 2013, just use a sunscreen. We all know that you should be doing it. And number 10 is one that I say time and time again, and is do not over exfoliate, because that's going to aggravate the skin, it's going to overly stimulate the sebaceous gland, so if you've got oily skin then it's going to go crazy, it could make it quite acne prone. It may also oversensitize the skin, so I say not to bother with the Clarisonic. And I always say that if you are going to exfoliate, then 9 times out of 10 I would opt for one that is a chemical exfoliant. That sounds scary, but it's something like a glycolic that will sort of give you a nice even exfoliation, as opposed to those very harsh things that contain as opposed to those very harsh physical exfoliants with things like peach kernels in them that, you know, that's going to potentially break capillaries. It's not going to give you an even exfoliation. It's not going to be very gentle on the skin either. So and also another thing with those is that if you've got any sort of acne or spots, then it's going to be too harsh on them. It could cause like the wounds to open up. You just don't want that. That's going to spread bacteria. So much better to use a chemical exfoliant. It sounds scary, but don't be afraid of it. As a rough guideline, I exfoliate my skin once or twice a week at the most. I've got normal combination skin. If you're dry, you can get away with doing it a little bit more, and that's particularly important because it will help your other products to absorb more easily. I know people with dry skin can have a problem with that, and it can also sort of look a lot more dull with dry skin. So you can exfoliate a little bit more, but still don't overdo it, because dry skin can also be sensitive, and over exfoliating, as I said, could potentially sensitize your skin. I hope that you found these useful. I've tried to keep them just sort of common sense, easy to incorporate tips that I really feel that I live by and that are very effective and have been beneficial to my skin. I hope the lighting's been okay. As I said, I apologise, but I'm a UK-based blogger. What can I say? It's the weather we've got, and I always film in natural light. So anyway, I hope that you've enjoyed Skin September. Thank you again for all of your support. If you haven't already subscribed, then please do so. And also do let me know if you'd like me to do any more sort of themed videos with different months. I thought maybe I could do some discount videos in January. I know our wallets are all a little bit lighter in January, so maybe you might like something like that. Do let me know in the comments below, and I will see you all soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!